Good morning. My name is Jim Peterson. I'm a senior partner here at the Charleston law firm of Hill, Peterson, Carper-B, and Ditzler. And we're here to talk to you today briefly, 4 or 5 minutes or so, about the concepts known as class actions and mass torts. Many folks don't know what that is, but let's set it for you today. If you or a loved one were injured in, say, an automobile accident and were harmed and suffered losses, you'd be entitled to bring a lawsuit in your individual name for all your damages. But what happens if hundreds, if not thousands of people are injured by, say, a defective product or possibly a bad medication prescribed by a doctor? What do you do then? Well, that's where the class action and the mass tort comes into play in litigation in this country. A class action or mass tort is merely a group of individuals that form together, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, that come together in one lawsuit to settle their differences against the person who needlessly endangered them by a defective product or device. Why do we do this? Very simple. Litigation is expensive in this country. It's time-consuming. If we can wrap up hundreds of lawsuits in one lawsuit, we save a lot of time, we save a lot of effort and money. That benefits you and benefits the legal system. Now, what types of class actions and mass torts are there? Well, this firm has handled over the past 10 or 15 years dozens of mass torts or class actions, such as the diet drugs Fen-Phen, Avandia, Propulsit, drugs like Zocor, those are high cholesterol drugs. We've also handled things like Propulsit and Oxycontin. Oxycontin was a notorious pain medication called hillbilly cocaine here in West Virginia. Caused a lot of damage. Also medical devices such as Guidant and Medtronic heart devices and pacemakers. They were defective and injured and killed a lot of people. Recently, if some of you have a Toyota automobile and have experienced sudden unintended acceleration which caused an injury or damage or worse, killed someone, those lawsuits were formed into a class action or mass tort in which this law firms are participating. Most recently, you probably heard of the British Petroleum or BP oil spill case off the coast of Louisiana. That has affected shrimpers, oystermen, hundreds of thousands of people. That is a mass tort or a class action. Now, how do we get to a mass tort or a class action? That's a fair question. It's typically companies and corporations that manufacture a defective product, possibly a bad medication, a defective car, or medical device, which needlessly endangers you, a loved one, or someone in your community. When that happens, you're entitled to compensation for your harms and losses. And why is it defective? Well, typically it's because that corporation decided to put profits over people, to put profits and making money over your best health. When that happens, they needlessly endanger you, your family, your loved ones, and members of the community. How do you react? Well, typically you either file that lawsuit individually, or if it's thousands of people, you can do a mass tort or a class action. When you do that, you seek redress from typically a jury. Now, many of you may have served on a jury, maybe you haven't. But either as a litigant, meaning a person injured, you would seek redress or compensation from that jury, or if you have the opportunity of serving as a great civic function on a jury, you have duties and responsibilities. That duty and responsibility is to protect and safeguard the community. How do you do that? You safeguard and protect the community by issuing a fair and just verdict for the injured victim or victims, and by doing so, you protect not only them, but more importantly, you protect yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and members of the community. You, in effect, become the conscience of the community and thereby protect everyone. I hope this has made some sense to you and made some sense out of a complex subject. If ever you need any services, such as a mass tort or class action to protect you and your loved ones, please feel free to give me a call. I want to thank you for the opportunity of spending some time with me today. Thank you and have a good day.